How can I please God? Here's the turning point. Next verse, Romans 8 and verse 9. But you are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if, the biggest two-letter word in the English language, if so be that the Spirit of God dwells in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of his. In other words, the way we came into the world, the natural way we came into the world, you cannot please God. The only way you can please God is if you receive the Spirit of God. Now, did you have this explained to you? You know, most people think they can please God in the flesh. Well, I'll go to church more. Yeah, I'll go to church this Sunday and I'll please God. I'll give my heart to the Lord. I will love Jesus. I'll go to church. I'll do more good than bad. If I say I'm sorry, I can please, you know. I can remember as a little boy, I was 12 years old. It was probably the last year. My parents, they quit celebrating Christmas right after that. But it was the last year we celebrated Christmas, and my mother had this beautiful white Christmas tree with this gold lights on it. It was so beautiful. I was lying there listening to Eddie Arnold music, thinking to myself, man, I feel so close to God. I feel so good. Me and God, we're like that, you know. And I didn't have this stuff explained to me, that the way we came into the world, you cannot please God. Did you have it explained to you? They that are in the flesh cannot please God. The way you naturally come into the world, you can't please God. You are incomplete. Did you have it explained to you that you are incomplete? That you need God's Spirit to unite with man's spirit? That God must give you His spiritual DNA? There is a way. Did you have it explained to you that there is a way for you to receive the Spirit of God? Did you have that explained to you? Most of you did not. Now, I did explain this to our daughter. And I told her, I said, you know, Rebecca, you are incomplete in and of yourself. The way you came into, I explained it like I just explained it right now. The way you came into the world, you are incomplete, and you need to come to a point, quickly, hopefully, where you receive God's Spirit that will unite with your spirit and will guide and direct you and will help you be an overcomer and eventually make you like Him. I explained that to my daughter. Now, what is the age that one should be baptized and receive the Spirit of God? You know, it's amazing. I see young people, you know, they go to college, they go into the military, they start a career, they choose a mate, they get married, they start a family, but you're not old enough to realize that you need the Spirit of God. My point is this: before you do any of those decisions, before you start a career, before you move away, you know, you need to realize your need for the Spirit of God, that internal leadership. Because without it, you don't have the leadership of the Holy Spirit. You're on your own. And flesh cannot please God. Without the leadership of the Holy Spirit, you are totally just out there taking the hits and the bruises and, you know, knocking your head against the wall, and nothing works without the leadership of God's Holy Spirit. Now I think, when are you old enough? When you are old enough to know, we're asking the question, okay, when should you be baptized and receive the Spirit of God? Here's the answer. When you are old enough to know that you are incomplete in and of yourself. You're incomplete. Now I figured this out at an early age that I was incomplete. I just didn't know what I was supposed to do about it. No one had told me how to receive the Spirit of God, the process, that there is a process for receiving the Spirit of God. No one told me that. But I realized that I was incomplete in my teens. I was at a pool party. You know, kids were running and jumping in the pool. People were drinking way too much. And one guy over here was throwing up, you know, all this gross stuff. But I looked at that. I mean, I'm sort of the hermit type. I got off by myself. I looked at that and I thought, wow, there's got to be more to life than this. If this is all there is to life, I'm missing something. I realized at that early age, as a teenager, I was incomplete.